3, 4, 1. Out there in Banjo land, Mike Heading here. Today I've got the tune for you, Redwing. It's a classic old folk song, and we're going to kind of play it in a bluegrass banjo style. So this is a great tune to work on, adapting a melody to bluegrass banjo. So we're going to use a lot of forward roll, we're going to add some kind of classic banjo licks, and we're going to add a little syncopation. So I'm going to break the whole thing down note for note, and then show you some bunch of backup stuff you can do on a tune like this. Alright, here you go. Here's Redwing. Alright, so here's the first three measures of Redwing. Let me play it, and then I'll break it down. One more time. Okay, so we're starting with a pinch on the third string and first string with the index and middle finger of my right hand. And we're going to start on the and of beat 1. So my best advice would be to count beat 1, 1, and then you pinch right after it, 1 and. And then we're going to hit the open 4th string on beat 2. And then we're going to hit the 2nd fret of the 4th string and the 4th fret of the 4th string. And I'm using my 1st and 3rd finger of my left hand. And all those ones are quarter notes after the first pinch. So you go 1 and 2, 3, 4. So I'm doing 3 thumbs in a row with my right hand right after that first pinch. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Okay, then with my 3rd finger, I'm going to slide from 4 to 5 on the 4th string while doing a thumb, index, thumb, middle roll. So I'm sliding from 4 to 5. Right when I get up to that 5th fret, I'm plucking the index finger of my right hand. Then I'm hitting thumb on the 5th string, and then middle finger on the 1st string. Kind of a common alternating thumb roll there. Okay, then I'm going to do a 2 to 4 slide on the 3rd string while doing a forward roll. So I did thumb, index, middle, thumb, 3rd string while sliding. So 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string, 5th string. So you can practice lining that slide up. 3 and 4 and. So that whole measure 2 sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. One more time. Okay, now measure 3, we're going to do a 2 to 3 hammer on the 2nd string. And I'm starting this with the index finger of my right hand. So I did index and then middle finger on the open 1st string. That's a 8th note. So 1 and. Then I'm going up to the 5th string with my thumb, and I'm doing thumb, index, middle twice. 5, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1. And I'm keeping my 2nd finger down on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string the whole time there after I hammer it down. It's good practice, you know, you can actually keep both fingers down. So we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so those first 3 measures sound like this. This song's good practice for kind of interpreting a melody on the banjo. Because the melody is actually just kind of 3 open strings. It's, you know, kind of in the simplest form you'd go. You know, so we're adding some slides to kind of emphasize those melody notes. So it's really really important to kind of know the underlying melody behind that. So it's just those open strings. So instead of doing the open third string, we're sliding. You know, we have to take up a half note. So instead we could pinch. You know, there's a couple of ways we could do it. We could pinch, and then we could roll. You know, something like that. Or in this case, we're doing a slide. And then, you know, for measure 3, we're doing a hammer-on. So kind of listen to that underlying melody behind it. It's those open strings. That's another way you can do it. You know, with some alternating thumb rolls. If you're having trouble with those slides, that's another way you can do it. So measure 3, we're going to hammer on again. Make sure you start that with your index finger because we're using a thumb right before it. So here's measure 3 one more time. Now we're going to go into a C chord for measure 4. So you're going to slide. You kind of slide down with your second finger, but you don't actually play the slide, but kind of just slide down, and your first and third finger are going to take over. And we're going to do 4 quarter notes in a row. So we're going to go index finger on the second string, then middle finger on the first string. Then we're going to slide up to the 5th fret, and we're going to pinch 5th string and 1st string. And then we're going to put our second finger of our left hand on the 5th fret of the 2nd string and play one more index finger. So it sounds like this. And you can keep your 3rd finger down and kind of slide up there like I did. Okay, one more time. We're basically going from this C to this C up here, but we're just playing it with different fingers. So that's what we're doing there. So don't go too fast. Remember, they're quarter notes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you should have plenty of time to do that. So one more time. Here's measure 3 and 4. Now we're going to hit the open 1st string. That's going to give us, so we're going to do a quarter note there. So that's going to give us time to get back down. And then we're going to do a 2-3 hammer on the 2nd string. So I brought my thumb of my right hand down and I did a hammer on, thumb and middle. And then I brought my thumb up to the 5th string and did 5, 2, 1, 5. So 5th string, 2nd string, 1st string, and 5th string. And again, I kept that 3 down once I hammered it on, same way we did before. So measure 5 on its own sounds like this. Remember, we got a quarter note on beat 1, so 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... That's a good lick to save, you know, when you need to get back down. You can use your open 1st string to give you time to get back down. So one more time, here's measure 4 and 5. Okay, measure 6.